For those of you that follow us on Instagram, I'm at Melissa Maker, Chad is at the Chad Reynolds. You know that we've been doing a lot of traveling lately. In fact, we have traveled 5 times over the past 5 weeks. So yeah, a little bit of jet lag. That aside, we have amassed a lot of knowledge about how to stay clean and organized while traveling, and we thought it would be a great day to share with you some of our best travel tips. So without further ado, our travel tips. The first thing I want to cover is plastic. Plastic bags are a godsend when it comes to traveling. I use them for so many different things. You don't need anything fancy. Even a milk bag will do. Even when you're in line to get security screened, at least at Toronto Pearson where we live, they have these extra bags. So Chad and I always grab a couple of extra ones. They serve a multitude of purposes, from wrapping shoes, if you don't have a shoe bag, which we'll cover in a minute, to containing like items together, different toiletries, etc. I even use these little bags to keep all of my receipts in while I'm traveling, and then that way when you have to fill out that form and admit to how much you've spent and brought over, you can just grab everything out of your one bag. On the topic of bags, but not plastic bags, shoe bags are a great thing to have. And if you buy a nice pair of shoes, they should come with a bag like this. I believe it's called a muslin bag. Anyway, they're really great to keep your shoes in because they protect them from everything else. They also allow air to flow through, which is nice because if your shoes are in a plastic bag, they're gonna get smelly. So a couple tips I can give you about keeping your shoes in great shape while you are traveling. Try to brush any of the dirt off the bottom of the shoe before you stick them in the bag. Dirt obviously smells and it gets on everything, so the less dirt you have, the better. Sprinkling some baking soda in your shoes overnight before you travel is also great. Tap it out the next morning and that will deodorize the inside of your shoes and greatly reduce the overall stink of your suitcase. Another thing that's really great to do with your shoes is to stuff them. So take something small, for example, socks, and just stuff your shoes with them. Serves 2 purposes. Firstly, helps you pack your socks, and second, it helps your shoes keep their shape because while you're traveling, a lot of things get compressed and crunchy, so this will help your shoes look nice and clean. If accessorizing while traveling is your thing, and it is mine, figuring out how to pack and store and travel with all of your jewels is important. So I have definitely shared some ideas about doing this in the past, but I have some new and interesting ones that I will share with you right now. As for those old ideas, I will link some videos down below for you, but we'll cover that off later. First off, if you travel with little earrings, you know, little studs, a great thing to do is to stick them in buttons. So you get buttons with like old cardigans, or not old cardigans, new cardigans. But are you ever gonna use that spare button? I mean, let's be honest, no. So a great use for it, your studs. The next thing, when you buy jewelry, oftentimes they'll come in these little pouches. It's really great because it prevents it from getting any moisture damage or any scratches. And of course, you know where everything is. So if I know I have 3 bracelets with me, I best be having these 3 bags laying out wherever I am. The other cool thing that you can do is take old pill containers and you can put different little pieces of jewelry in here. So I have a couple different pairs of earrings. You could put rings in there. Again, you could put chain necklaces. So just some really convenient, easy ways to travel with jewelry, to keep them organized, to keep them not from clumping together, and of course to prevent them from getting damaged. Another great thing to bring along with you is a little bit of laundry detergent, because laundry detergent is great, of course, for washing your clothes if you need to hand wash something in the sink, but it is also great for dealing with stains. So if you ever encounter a stain while you're out traveling, a little bit of laundry detergent rubbed on the stain should deal with it. And trust me, I know. I am talking to you, San Francisco with oil stains on the pants. I am talking to you. Now at first I thought this was a frivolous purchase, but after I bought it, I realized just how valuable it was. A cosmetics bag, kind of life-changing when it comes to traveling. So this one I picked up right before Target closed in Canada. It's Sonia Kashuk. I paid about 30 bucks for it, and it is very helpful to keep all of your makeup gear organized. What I love about this is it has a lot of different pockets. So in this zippered pocket, I keep all of my palettes. This little area is where I keep all my brushes. In here is where I keep anything bottled, which is great because it contains all spills, and recently I had one and it was very convenient that it was all contained. And over here there are a couple of removable pouches. This is great because it keeps everything organized and separate, yet it's all together, so it's easy to bring to a bathroom, put on a small shelf, and you know, hotels have all kinds of different little configurations. Something that's convenient and easy like this is great. I can also lay it out and kind of do my makeup on this little surface, so you can really make it work for you. The other thing I'll mention about having a little makeup kit like this, I leave certain items in here. For example, this is the moisturizer that I use when I'm doing my makeup, and this is sort of like end of the bottle, so I have a new bottle in my actual makeup kit at home, and rather than having to take that each time and stick it in my makeup bag, I just leave it in here. I have a lot to say on the topic of toiletries, but I will try to keep it succinct. First things first, use what the hotel provides. Like, why would you pack all that extra stuff and break your back carrying your special brand of shampoo? You'll be okay using the hotel stuff unless you have like special curly hair, like a couple of my girlfriends, they can't do that. But everybody else, you should be fine. Now, if you want to bring stuff with you that you love, bring samples with you. I don't normally recommend keeping a bunch of samples on hand at home, but if you do travel a lot, keep a little basket of them, use them up as you travel, and then throw them away. That way, you don't have to bring things with you back and forth and carry all kinds of heavy stuff. So most of my stuff I'll just leave at home and use at the hotel, but certain things like face products, you know, like you gotta use the good stuff. Dentists are also really great sources for free travel items. Toothpaste, floss, toothbrushes, you name it, ask your dentist. They'll be happy to encourage positive oral care routines while you're traveling. The other thing to keep in mind is to keep all your little toiletries in bags or a series of bags. That way, if a group of items, you know, one of the items explodes or gets a leak, you have it all contained in a bag and it's not getting all over your business. I have so many great travel tips and tricks on staying clean and organized while you're on the road. I have done it enough. I have a whole list on my phone. So this is but a few of the tips that I wanted to share with you. I'll be sharing more in upcoming videos, but I'd love to know if you have any questions specifically pertaining to traveling. Please let me know in the comments down below. I'd also love to know if you have any great travel tips. Share those with me as well, because I might use them on an upcoming trip, and yes, I have a few planned. There is a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you liked this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Welcome to the end of the video where I get to throw your attention to two other videos I think you're going to love. The first one I put up on my personal channel, Melissa Maker. You should totally check it out. It's how I pack a carry-on suitcase for a few days of travel. It's pretty neat, so check that one out. And the other one is how to stay clean while traveling, full of great tips. Also remember to check out our website, cleanmyspace.com, and I've got links all over the place for you to click on or visit. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next week.